What's going on, my brothers? It's your boy King E, back at it again with another banger. And I just came from a season of gooning. Fortunately, I relapsed. So the last video I dropped to y'all, that same day I relapsed. It seems to be a pattern. I guess that for some reason my body, like the way my chemicals, the way my chemical balance is inside my body, is that every 2 or 3 weeks or so, that's when I relapse. So I realized that, and it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? I've been addicted to this for a while, so I have to expect my body reacting in certain times of the streak. I have to expect my body to react in that way and be aware of it. So I'm still gonna show my face to you, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, I've been relapsing terribly a lot, and I've been relapsing a lot. I've been asking God for forgiveness and then relapsing again right after that. That just goes to show you how deeply addicted that I am to it. But the good thing about God is that he's always merciful, and he understands what you're going through. He understands that, pornography is a very powerful drug. It's just like any other drug. It's just like cocaine and meth and weed and stuff like that. So he understands that, in order for him to heal you, one, you have to trust that he will heal you, because he will heal me. Like, think about it. You think God wants you to be struggling with pornography forever? Nah, he doesn't want you to do that. He doesn't want you to struggle with something that you absolutely hate. Like, I hate pornography. I hate that I struggle with that. I admit that I have a problem with it. I admit that I'm not perfect. I admit that I have stains in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? I admit that to God, and I tell him, look, I'm completely helpless. That's the first step. Admit that you are completely helpless of pornography, against pornography. Admit that you are completely helpless over pornography, and go to God and tell him, look, I'm completely helpless. I need you to remove this from me. But understand that it's going to take time, because understand that us as humans, we have free will. So when you choose to relapse, you choose to do it. That doesn't mean that you choose to disrespect God. God understands that it's a chemical. It's you're dealing with chemicals. You're dealing with an addiction. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with with neurological responses. So God understands that. He understands that. And he knows that you want to quit it. You wouldn't be watching these videos. You wouldn't be watching NoFap. You wouldn't be trying to quit it if you didn't want to quit it. You get what I'm saying? Don't beat yourself up when you relapse. The key is to always run back to God. Even if you ask for forgiveness, even if you pray to God and tell him, look, I don't want to do this no more, I really don't, and then you relapse literally literally a minute after, he will forgive you. Understand that. Does that mean that we willfully sin? No. That doesn't mean that we take his grace for granted. That doesn't mean that. It's different. You know what I'm saying? It's a different, I put it into two categories. There's the sin that you like, and there's the sin that you don't like. Pornography, I absolutely hate, bro. I find it repulsing every single time that I participate in that I do that willfully, because you are doing it willfully, because we have free will as human beings. Every time that I do that, I hate that. I hate it. I feel ashamed. I feel like shit. I don't want to go outside. I stay inside all day. I don't want to record videos. That's why I haven't been recording videos lately, because I've been relapsing a lot. But you get the point. I hate that part of my life. I hate that I struggle with that. But there's the sin that I do like. For example, I had an ex-girlfriend, and even though I didn't work out, I understand that we were in a sinful relationship, one, but also she wasn't really my wife. So it was just more for pleasure. It was just like we were just enjoying our time together, and we were just enjoying the fornication. That's the sin, believe it or not. That's the sin that I like. I like fornication. Believe it or not, if my ex was to come to my house and hit me up like, hey, pull up, I want to spend time with you, I would spend time with her, and we probably would fornicate. You know what I'm saying? We would probably have sex before marriage, which is not something that God wants. You know what I'm saying? Because God has a plan for you. God has something better for you. That's the point. That's what it is. But that's the sin that I like. And the point is, with the sin that you don't like, you're addicted to, God understands. You run to God when you relapse every single time, no matter what. Run to God. It's easier said than done. I understand. It is easier said than done. Even me, I fall to that sometimes, where I sin, where I relapse to pornography, and I don't run to God. I don't feel like praying to him. I'm so ashamed. I feel like he's mad at me. He's angry at me. And God is never angry at you. That's a lie. Trust me. That is a lie from the devil. But It's easier said than done, I understand, but there's the sin that you don't like, right? Which you run to God and tell him, look, I don't want to deal with this no more. I don't want to struggle with this, but I'm completely helpless with this. I am deeply addicted to it. You know, it's just how my body is wired. It's just how my brain is wired. Lord, I know you understand. Lord, forgive me. But I want to give this thing up. But there's the sin that you do like, which if you truly trust in God, which is hard to do, but if you truly trust in God, you give that up as well. You tell God, look, I like this part of my life. I like having sex with my girlfriend right now. You know what I'm saying? I like to drink. You know, I like to smoke weed. I have fun doing it. You know, with the sin that you like, you also surrender it to God as well, because you should be able to. Part of being in a relationship with God is surrendering to his will. Not because he says so, but because you have to trust that God knows what's best for your life. He knows what's best for your life. He's God. He created you. So he knows what's best for your life, one, and he's going to give you something that's going to actually satisfy you. He's going to give you the opportunities. He's going to give you the job that's going to, let's say you want to be a car salesman. You want to be a car salesman and you pursue that. It may not be God's will for your life. You know, maybe he wants you to be a preacher. Maybe he wants you to do YouTube. Maybe he wants you to do something. He has a certain plan for you. So, you know, you wanting to do car sales, you pursue that goal and you end up not being satisfied by it. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. Like, it's about trusting in God's will for your life. It's about trusting in God's will for your life. So you surrender those sins that you do, like everything. Surrender everything to him. Surrender your life to him. It's about surrendering. It's about surrendering to Christ and trusting that when you relapse, trust that he will heal you. It's going to take time. Sometimes it takes for you to relapse to understand. You know what I'm saying? Every single relapse, I'm always learning. Every single relapse, I'm always learning. I'm always seeing what happened. Last time I fell to it. I was on July 4th, actually. It was July 4th. I was feeling good. I was like, you know what, man? I've been on a couple of days. I kind of want to wind down right now, and I want to watch some pornography. Like, I actually, you know, contemplated with that. And I ended up relapsing, you know, and I can't do it. I can't do it just once. I can't control this thing. I can't do it, because if I do it once, I'm going to keep on doing it and feeling terrible, feeling ashamed, watching the most perverted stuff ever. Like, trust me, I'm there now. So, you know, this is just me telling you guys that stop beating yourself up over a relapse. Stop it. You gotta stop beating yourself up over a relapse. Always run to God no matter what. Even if you relapse right after, run to God. Run to God, and when you finally get yourself back together, like I am right now, like last night, I prayed to God. I had a talk with God for about 35 to 40 minutes. And, you know, I had a deep talk with him, and I told him, you know what, time to get myself together, time to control myself. So now here I am. Now I'm back recording videos, and I'm back for you guys. So, yeah. I'm always looking around and stuff like that, you know. But yeah, man. So, yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, always run to God, man. I'm always looking around and stuff like that, because, you know, there's always people walking around, and I kind of want to, you know, I kind of don't want to be shouting out loud. That's why I always come to a park. Like, I don't want to be shouting out loud, and I'm not ready for that yet. Maybe God has that for my future, where I'm preaching outside in the streets. Maybe, I don't know. But right now, I'm not ready for it. So, you know, it's okay. But yeah, man, it's about trusting in God. It's about resting in God. Resting. You know what I'm saying? What does it mean to rest? It doesn't mean that when you beat yourself up, when you sin, right? When you relapse, and then you beat yourself up, and then you decide not to continue taking action in life, you decide to call out of work, because that's what pornography does to you. When you do that, you're almost trusting in yourself. You're not trusting in God. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point. It's about trusting in God. Understand that no matter how many times you relapse, one, he will deliver you. He will make your spirit fresh. He will cleanse you off of that shame and off of that anxiety and everything that pornography does to you, because it's so powerful. You know what I'm saying? He will cleanse you from that. but he also wants you to be faithful towards him, to don't let it stop you from doing the things that you have to do in life. Don't let it stop you, because then you're giving the power to pornography, and also you're not trusting in God. You're trusting in yourself. That's what we're doing. Saying, but it's easier said than done. Like I said, it's easier said than done, but we have to start trusting in God more. We have to start trusting in God more, putting more of our faith to him. Faith doesn't mean to just, faith means to take action, to start taking action. Start trusting in God. Start taking action. You know what I'm saying? Start living life and rushing and don't do things out of anxiety. Don't feel like you need to date to find your wife. You don't need to date to find your wife. You need to trust in God. You need to trust in God that he will bring your wife to you. You know what I'm saying? Through life, through time. Like, he will bring your wife to you. He will bring these opportunities to you. You don't seek for it. That doesn't mean that you stay lazy. That doesn't mean that you do nothing. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, don't do things out of coming from an anxious place. You know what I'm saying? Don't apply to mad jobs just because you feel anxious about providing for yourself and stuff like that. God will provide for you. You know what I'm saying? But you understand what I'm saying. It's about trusting in God, man. My bad. I'm rambling. I always get distracted when people walk through, so I kind of lose myself. But I think I said everything. So with that being said, I think I'm on day 1 right now. Yeah, I'm on day 1. So stay blessed, stay safe. Peace.